Now it is Spoil Day, 47 AM popping off as much Rugby League information as possible. Continuing with the first games by every team series right now, we're up to the first incarnation of Gold Coast. So this is the Gold Coast Giants, not the Gold Coast Titans. Gold Coast Titans are coming up tomorrow, and so you don't miss any pulverising Rugby League information watching this video all the way through to the end as per always. So, Gold Coast first incarnation entered the competition in the year 1988, and they were called the Gold Coast Giants, playing at Seagull Stadium. They soon changed the name to Gold Coast Seagulls, and then later on to Gold Coast Chargers. So this first incarnation of Gold Coast were in the competition 1988 up to 1998, whereas the Gold Coast Titans, they didn't enter the comp until the year 2007, so we've got them coming up tomorrow. And they were at least a lot better than this disgraceful mob. Gold Coast Giants, Seagulls, or Chargers, as they're all known by all those three names, are absolutely woeful, absolutely disgraceful. They made the finals once and once only in the year 1997. Every other year they were bottom for a wooden spoon, including 1991, 92, and 93, where they, matter of fact, got 3 straight wooden spoons. That's how terrible this mob were. So just years of unsatisfactory results both on and off the field, so it wasn't surprising that they were only in the competition 11 years before folding. So this year, 1988, the first game they ever played, 1988 round 1, they went up against Canterbury Bulldogs, and they were never realistically any chance, and the Bulldogs won easily 21 points to 10 at Seagull Stadium. So that's the first ever game by the Gold Coast Giants, losing the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs 21-10, 1988 round 1. And things didn't improve over the rest of 1988 for them, which is fair enough because it was their first year, but things didn't get any better in 1989 or in 1990, or at any other point in their existence for that matter, except for that one year where they made the finals in 1997. And just to chuck it in, when Gold Coast Chargers, as they were called in 1997, made the finals, in their first finals game in 1997, they managed to beat Illawarra Steelers 25-14 at the old Farrar Stadium, which was very impressive. But then in the semi-final, they were eliminated, losing to Sydney Roosters 32 points to 10. But just to chuck that in, the one year that they did make the finals. So 1988 round 1 going up against Canterbury, and Canterbury were of course renowned for winning games with their brutal defence. So in this game they only scored the 21 points. Yeah, they didn't need to score many points. Canterbury had the most brutal, like brick wall, granite-like forwards. The most hardcore bunch of forwards we've ever seen in the 1980s, and they could afford to only score 2, 3, or 4 tries and just win games like that. So the forwards were the likes of Peter Tunks, Peter Kelly, David Cement Gillespie, Paul Langmack, Mark Bugden, George McCones, everyone like that. You get the idea, you get the picture. So, Gold Coast losing to Canterbury 21-10, 1988 round 1. So the game played at Gold Coast home ground Seagull Stadium, refereed by Eddie Ward. The crowd only 5,280 people. That was another problem. Gold Coast never able to attract decent crowds, even in their first year, like even for their first game. We think they would have got a big crowd to celebrate their entry into the competition. Still couldn't, and the game played on the 5th of March 1988. So eventually, the Gold Coast fullback Michael Eden and the Gold Coast centre Chris Close, they both got 1 try each, and Michael Eden landing 1 goal from 2 conversion attempts. So Michael Eden and Chris Close officially the first Gold Coast Giants to score some points for them, while for Canterbury, the winger Sandy Campbell got 2 tries. The other winger Henry Raymond got 1. Terry Lamb playing at lock got a try. Now, he was, usually 5'8", for some reason he was playing lock in this game. And Terry Lamb also having a shocking game with the boot, only getting 1 goal from 5 attempts. And Canterbury's centre Andrew Farrar getting 1 goal from 1 attempt, while Canterbury's all-time legendary halfback Steve Mortimer landing the field goal from 21 points to 10. So after this, lacklustre display in round 1, in 1988 round 2, Gold Coast got their first ever points. They drew with Illawarra Steelers 18 all at Wollongong. But that was not any reason to get excited, because Illawarra, of course, found the 1980s to be struggle street as well. They struggled throughout the 1980s, and at one point in 1988, Illawarra Steelers actually lost 11 consecutive games, so they finished way down the bottom of the table with Gold Coast. So it wasn't a matter of this draw against Illawarra was the start of improvement in Gold Coast fortunes. It was just a matter of 2 of the cellar dwellers just happened to have a very ordinary 18-all draw. So then finally in round 10, took to round 10 for Gold Coast to get their first ever win, and it was a monumental upset. They upset their big brother Brisbane Broncos, who were also in their first year. So Gold Coast winning that one 25 points to 22. The Gold Coast halfback Jeff Bagnall, who sometimes played well for him, he had a blinder, spearheaded the victory. But moments like that few and far between. Moments of joy few and far between. And the other games Gold Coast managed to win 1988 in round 14. That produced a very uncharacteristic, brilliant defensive display to beat Newcastle 9-0 at Knight Stadium. So that was very unexpected. In round 15, they managed to beat Parramatta 13 points to 10 at Seagull Stadium. Before in round 17, they had a big win over Illawarra 25 points to 10 at Seagull Stadium against Illawarra, one of the not so good teams. And in round 21, 1988, Gold Coast had a 14-all draw with South at the old City Football Stadium. So that's the four games of Gold Coast won and 2 games that they drew in their first year, 1988. The other 16 games were all pretty heavy losses. And at the end of the season, Gold Coast found themselves in 15th place, second last, with only 10 competition points. They only avoided the wooden spoon by 1 competition point. Western Suburbs Magpies, of course, only got 9 competition points in 1988, and they got the spoon. So Gold Coast in their first year avoiding the wooden spoon by the skin of their teeth, but unfortunately that was the norm for them. They were either just avoiding the spoon by the skin of their teeth, or in fact getting it in 1991, 1992, and 1993. So this rubbish year to begin with, it wasn't a one-off sort of thing. It was what they were always going to dish up, unfortunately. And then, because we always chucked in, Gold Coast for and against, they ended up scoring 238 points in attack. So very, very meagre indeed. So just over 10 points a game from the 22 games. And they conceded more than double. So they conceded more than double what they scored. So of course they finished second last. Conceded 238 points. Scored 238 points, but conceded 484 points in defence. For and against minus 246. You know what I mean? So And unfortunately for poor old Gold Coast, things were not going to get any better at all. Aside from the one good year of 1997. But then they were extended the next year, 1998, so that didn't really matter too much, just a bit of consolation. However, tomorrow we're going to have Gold Coast Titans, who have at least been better. They're not what you call a heavyweight, they haven't been very successful either, but they have at least been much, much better than Gold Coast City Old Water. So stay tuned for tomorrow. Gold Coast Titans, their first game in round 1 2007 against the Georgia Illawarra Dragons, so stay tuned for that one. If you're still watching all the way through to the end, as per requested, thank you so much, most importantly, for not missing any pulverising rugby league information. And thank you always for that pulverising brutal support. Royal Day, 47. Toodaloo.